Good day, ladies and gentlemen, this is Souls, and today I wish to toss another non-40k thing into our 40k blender. Skaven are one of my favorite Warhammer fantasy races. Could they survive in the grim darkness of 43rd millennium? Let's find out. Right beneath the feet of Imperial citizens, in the darkest caves and sewers, in the ruins of ancient dwarven halls, lays an empire unlike any other. Red eyes and squeaking are likely the last thing you may experience if you dare to venture into Skaven Under Empire. The Skaven, sometimes known as the Ratmen, the Ratkin, or the Children of the Horned Rat, are a malevolent and diabolical race of large humanoid rat creatures that inhabits a massive intercontinental underground empire known in their tongue simply as Under Empire. Due to their freakish nature, Skaven are one of the most savage races you can encounter in Warhammer universe, yet at the same time one of the most technologically advanced. Right up there and sometimes exceeding the Dwarven engineers. You simply never know if a Ratman is going to stab you with a sharpened stick, smash your skull with a decently crafted mace, or blast you to pieces with a high-powered rattling gun, spewing crystallized chaos itself. In other words, Skaven troops sport a large variety of melee weapons, gunpowder weapons, and most importantly, warpstone-based weapons. That last category is especially devastating. Explaining warpstone is a bit beyond the scope of this video, but suffice to say, whoever is unlucky enough to survive getting shot with a warpstone bullet most likely dies an agonizing death as the crystalline chaos mutates their body in excruciating pain. Skaven are known for finding nigh limitless uses for that substance. Skaven are divided into clans that each specialize in a different aspect. For the purpose of this discussion, we will however treat them as a united front to see if they could work in a 40k setting. In my humble opinion, they not only could work, but they were born to thrive in it. However powerful warpstone weapons are in Warhammer Fantasy, it is unlikely they could chew through Space Marine armor right off the bat. Initially, they would probably need to score a few lucky encounters with a provincial PDF, or even better, take over an abandoned Space Hulk to strip it down for technology. Eventually, through adapting scavenge technology or even adapting living organism, they would be able to independently construct powerful weapons and spacefaring vehicles. It is likely that they could even develop their own means of transportation via warpway, as they do in Age of Sigmar. Characteristically for Skaven, their technology and adapted ones are usually insanely powerful and very, very unstable. Skaven also use bioengineering to breed nigh immortal monstrosities. With bodies of fallen space marines killed with captured technology, they could create beasts that would make Fabius Bile blush like an anime schoolgirl. After a while, Skaven troops would be sporting an array of warpstone-enhanced stolen technologies from human, Tau, Elder and Necrons, making them an extremely versatile force. Though they are fairly squishy, Skaven breed at a staggering rate, making them almost impossible to take out once they make anywhere home. In a similar fashion to orcs, they can rebuild gargantuan populations from the brink of destruction. Yet even greenskins are outclassed in just how fast Ratmen reproduce. In Warhammer Fantasy, there are multiple instances of extremely powerful hero characters assaulting Skaven fortresses, killing them by the dozens and hundreds at a time for days, weeks and months with no apparent effect. Skaven always seem to breed faster than you can kill them. In one of those instances, a resurrection of an actual dragon is necessary for the hero to keep Skaven busy long enough to even leave, as the destruction of a hive proved impossible. Talk about a hard nut to crack. It would be a necessity for Skaven to quickly spread across the galaxy before they are classified as a serious threat. Once they infest enough underhives and space wreckages, they would be virtually impossible to root out entirely. In a similar fashion to gene stealers, they would likely have to infiltrate planets first. If but one lucky Skaven manages to smuggle a broodmother to underhives and sewers of Holy Terra, Emperor have mercy on the souls of everyone on it, because Custodes would never be bored again, having to fend off millions of rats on a daily basis from devouring the remains of the Emperor. There are lore instances where Skaven get outsmarted, and particular pockets of them get either severely damaged or wiped out by an overwhelming force. This is precisely why I believe it would be necessary for Skaven to spread out as soon as rattlingly possible. With a diet ranging from trash through other races to even cannibalism, it is unlikely Skaven couldn't survive on any planet that any other race already colonized. They are the ultimate pests, and unless they were stomped out right upon arrival, they could rival even Tyranids in terms of threat on a galactic scale. The issue of Warpstone not quite existing in 40k would be resolved fairly quickly. Due to the nature of faith in 40k, the Great Horned Rat would quickly secure a domain in the warp if he doesn't have one already. Then he would be able to grant his children enough Warpstone to fuel his never-ending hunger for flesh of his enemies. Generally speaking, the Great Horned Rat is more of a convenience god than others. Other Chaos gods draw powers mainly from mortals indulgent in certain emotions, like pleasure, pain, or rage. By that, I mean his followers do so more because it benefits them, rather than involuntary worship we see in case of Slaanesh or Khorne. It is a direct worship in order to get a certain boon, or out of fear of punishment. In ways, it is similar to the Imperial cult. Humanity actively chooses to worship the Emperor, and that is his main source of godly powers. Just like Skaven actively choose to worship the Great Horned Rat. Unfortunately for them, that means their god's power fluctuates based on the active number and devotion of the worshippers. With the sheer number Skaven could grow to, quickly overtaking even the insanely high populations of humans and perhaps Tyranids, it is possible the Great Horned Rat could grow to be the most powerful god in 40k. To conclude, I believe that Skaven could, with just a little bit of luck, become one of the major races in 40k. Now, it is important to mention that at one point or another, Games Workshop attempted to reference Skaven in 40k setting as Hrud. That was quickly discontinued, and the two races didn't have that much in common. Did you enjoy the video? Make sure to watch the previous Will at 40k where I debate the validity of Gundams in the 40k universe, and I'm also 100% correct about everything. Is there anything you would like to see me cross over to Warhammer 40k? Make sure to comment down below. See you guys next time. In Warhammer Fantasy, there are multiple instances of extremely powerful hero creatures. In Warhammer Fantasy, there are multiple instances of extremely powerful hero creatures. Fucking characters.